What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Slasher Report, and we got some exciting news to bring you. New gameplay, official gameplay trailer for Halloween the game, and an official release date. Without further ado, let's just dive into the trailer, and we'll break it down afterwards. And don't forget to slash a like and subscribe while you're at it. Let's go!
Rarely do teams get the incredible opportunity of exploring and creating a game around iconic horror legends like Michael Myers. In Halloween, players get to relive that fateful night in 1978 and step back into the town of Haddonfield, Illinois. I'm Miles Dompierre from Ilphonic, and today I'm thrilled to present an extended look at gameplay for Halloween. With the help of Unreal Engine 5, we've been able to reconstruct the quiet town of Haddonfield in stunning detail. Remaining authentic to the 70s era aesthetics was essential to how we crafted our play spaces. When players navigate these environments, they'll be surrounded by decor that delightfully preserves a special moment in time. Throughout these locations, randomized townsfolk NPCs are living their lives, completely unaware of the danger lurking right outside their windows. These NPCs serve as the game's primary objectives. Stepping behind the mask of this infamous killer, Michael's goal is to find, stalk, and kill the residents of Haddonfield before Halloween night ends. Once you've honed in and stalked a target, it's time to choose the perfect moment to strike. Michael comes equipped with an array of unpredictable endowments, but the most powerful is Shape Jump. When in Shape Jump, Michael is invisible to the naked eye. This is our interpretation of Michael's inexplicable tendency to suddenly appear in completely unexpected places and catch victims off guard. Players can also choose from a broad range of compelling civilian hero characters that have witnessed the wrath of Michael and need to warn their neighbors before it's too late. Finding an active phone will allow you to call the police and attempt to convince them to send in help. Just remember, you may be able to knock him down, but you can't kill the boogeyman. We hope you've enjoyed this extended look at gameplay for Halloween. We've only scratched the surface of what's shaping up to be a truly special and murderous sandbox horror experience. And we can't wait for you all to join us in Haddonfield when Halloween launches on September 8th, 2026.
Wow, that is absolutely exciting. There it is. We got our first official gameplay trailer for Halloween the game, and we got an official date, September 8th next year, which is really exciting to know that it's coming out at that time next year. And I had a feeling that it was going to come out. I was hoping it would come out in September. It would make sense that it would be coming out in September so that everybody has the chance to play it, and it would expand the audience. They have more people playing it. So when Halloween comes around next year, we're all going to be celebrating a wonderful experience in IP. Now, let's break down some things that we've seen in the trailer, right? So there's a lot to go over, a lot to cover. And again, if you haven't subscribed yet to the channel, slash a like, comment, and subscribe. We're going to have a lot to go over in the next several days with what we just seen here. Right, so let's go into it. So one of Michael Myers' biggest abilities right now is the stalking ability. As we've seen here, it says Michael's goal is to find, stalk, and kill. That's the objective when you play as Michael Myers. As it was both single player and multiplayer, because single player is a story mode, which might have the same gameplay mechanics as the multiplayer, because they did say there was something in the article that on their website that what you do in the story mode, you get to bring forward to the multiplayer with the skills that you learned and adapted to. So again, Michael's goal is to find, stalk, kill. The stalking ability, it seems like it when you're stalking, you're kind of like marking your targets like Ghostface does in Dead by Daylight game, which is really interesting. And it looks like there's moments when you're in first-person view from Myers, which I would assume is when you're stalking, perhaps looking through the eyes and the mask when you are doing this marking ability. Could be more of a balance for multiplayer, so it's not easy to mark the survivors in a third-person view, since first-person view has a limited view versus a more brought-in view around in a third-person view. Makes sense. right? Which is really cool concept too. I like to really get the feel and experience that you are Michael Myers, you're the boogeyman on Halloween, and you get to actually look through the eyes of this deranged serial killer, right? Dude, and we get to hear the iconic breathing and stuff too when you get to roam around in the night in the streets of Haddonfield. Wow, this is just absolutely amazing. Now let's talk about the atmosphere around it. The details definitely brings that the late 1970s vibes here for sure. And the Halloween nights with the leaves falling all over the ground and everything, and the leaves color changes, and we got the really cool interior looks and stuff from the 70s. Because again, this movie came out in 1978, so a lot of the aesthetics that you see in the game is during that time era with the landline phones and everything. And then it has a lot of similarity to Friday the 13th, the game, and we're gonna go over that on another video in within the next couple days. But for now, let's just break down what we have here, what we've seen in this trailer. So there's another thing that we noticed too, is you could take down Myers, but you can't kill him. So you can take him down with weapons. You can find weapons in the game. They did state that you can find weapons in the game, and you can take down Myers. You can knock him down, but you can't kill him. So that's one big plus. It's not like Friday the 13th where you can find the sweater, trick Jason as Jason's mother, and you get to kill him. You can't do that with Myers. You can't kill the boogeyman. That's stated in the original movie, and it's always been that way. Unless if you're watching Halloween H2O, but he could come back for Resurrections. But anyway, I like that he actually gets back up the iconic way. That was big, and you could tell with this game that they really, really are paying attention to the details of Michael Myers and Halloween, from him getting up like this, like just the littlest details. It's all going to be there, right? Not hearing Myers coming around when he's in this stock mode ability, shape jump ability, which we'll get right into. It's really, really cool to see that they are paying attention to every single detail. This is literally the movies brought into the game, or I should say just the movie brought into the game, because this is only the first. They only have the rights to the first movie into this video game, but they did say that they are planning to do more down the road, and I know they will. Like, this is the biggest horror IP, and if we're all going to be here to support it and enjoy this game, they're definitely going to expand on it with whatever money that they'll make off of this. In the meantime, that's where they're going to expand the license to this. Dude, like, I am excited for that. But anyway, the next ability we have here is from Myers is Shape Jump. They call it Shape Jump, and it is a shadow shade moving around, so you're completely invisible, and when you're invisible, you get to roam around right next to these survivors, right next to the heroes, right next to the players, and they have no idea you're there. And I hope there isn't any kind of like sound cue. I don't know, because we have to balance this, right, when it comes to multiplayer, but I don't think you'll be able to get a sense of a feeling or hear that Myers is next to you when he's, and you shouldn't, because you never could see as he pops up around the corner like that. You never could see when he's there. He could be right next to you, right behind you. You have no idea. But what if he disappears and he's right next to these people like that? What is the draw distance that he could reappear? Because they didn't really state that in the trailer gameplay. What is the draw distance, right? How close can we just reappear like that? Because that seems like it's definitely a disadvantage as the survivor player, right? That Myers could just pop up right next to you and you had no idea he was there. But that's kind of the aesthetic of Halloween and Michael Myers itself, right? So, but this should be a draw distance. Maybe if there isn't a draw distance, maybe that he'll spawn in and he'll give himself like a second or two of not being able to interact or hit a survivor or something. Give yourself a second or two cooldown, and then you get to attack the survivor. That would make more sense, I think, in this perspective. But we'll see. We'll see down the road. They'll do some more explaining and stuff, more gameplay detail. This just came out of left field, man. Like, nobody expected this to just drop today. Like, we were thinking maybe more like this kind of thing was gonna come out next month in October, This none of us had this plan. This is crazy that this is dropped out of left field. This is huge. But hey, I'm excited, dude. I'll accept it. This is just absolutely insane, really amazing. So yeah, so he gets back up the iconic way. Now, when he gets up the iconic way, does he get any rage powers when he gets back up? That's something I kind of thought about when I was watching this, because like, right? So you get the survivors get to take you down, but you can't kill him. He gets to take you down. Now time has been wasted. Time for the survivors to get away from Myers, right? But for Myers, time has been wasted for yourself as the killer. So when you get back up, because there's a whole animation effect of you getting back up. Now, is there a rage power when you get back up? You get more angry? Do you get more abilities? Who knows? Hopefully we'll get more detail down the road on that. That is something interesting to think about. Another thing to think about, when you get knocked down, it obviously gives you time to escape. Now, is there any other benefits to knocking him down since you can't kill him as a survivor? I don't think so, since like going back to what we were just saying about the shape jump ability, where you get to just possibly morph right next to you, right, and giving you that jump scare effect, and that gives you, if it's a second or two cooldown from Myers interacting with you, maybe that jump scare, maybe that second or two during that phase, that maybe you had that time frame to knock him down, which will give you the more of the chance and effect to get away. But I don't think there's, that's the question. Like, is there anything else, any other benefit to knocking him down since you can't kill him? I don't think so. I think it's just time. I think the only benefit is just time and escape. Hopefully, right? And NPCs are the primary objective for both Myers and Hero in this game. So it's not like Friday the 13th where, you go in, you call the cops, and you get out, or you all gather together in the lobby, or not lobby, you all gather together at the fireplace and start emote dancing, right? Now that's another one I want to think about is there going to be emotes in this? Are we going to have fun with this? Are we going to have a little moment where we get to get together as survivors and have fun and dance around and stuff? Because it's the same developers that did, Kill Clowns from Outer Space and Friday the 13th, and they all had the dancing emotes and stuff like that. It'd be fun to have emotes, right? Friday the 13th movie had a lot of dancing going on, but Halloween, not so much. But it doesn't, I'm not sure. It doesn't seem like we are gonna get that with this game. I could be wrong. It would be fun. Let me know what you think. Would you want some dancing emotes in this game? Or do you want to keep it as real and as authentic as it should be with the Halloween game? Because again, NPCs are the primary objective for both Myers and Hero, so it's a bit different this time around. You have an objective. If you're going around and dancing around stuff, that's giving Myers time to go to these NPCs and knock them out. And here's another thing about that with this objective. The goal is to find, stalk, and kill before Halloween night ends. So it sounds like there's a timer. When you're in this match, it sounds like there's a timer. Maybe it's 20 minutes, I would assume, much like Friday the 13th. But as a hero, you can call the cops too, just like Friday the 13th, but only to bring in help and perhaps not bring down the time. So it states that you could call in cops to bring in help. More likely, the cops and I would assume the cops would be NPCs as well, but I would assume somebody would be able to play as Dr. Loomis. Perhaps when if you get killed by Myers, you get to come back as Dr. Loomis, much like Tommy Jarvis and Friday the 13th. So cops are actually going to be in the game. So it's not like they're going to be out in the distance where you get to escape, right? So like the cops are going to be in to help out. There's going to be NPC cops. So that's really interesting. So the gameplay mechanic is very different in a way compared, like in terms of the goals and the NPC interaction, compared to games like Friday the 13th, because right now we're having an actual engaging living environment of Haddonfield, which is really, really cool. It's not just 7 survivors, 4 survivors, and an empty map and you get the killer. Like there's living, breathing NPCs doing their business, doing whatever, going outside, going inside, playing the sim life, while Michael Myers, the players playing Michael Myers, is out there stalking them, going for the kill, planning how to kill them, right? And then your goal as the survivor, the hero, is to get these NPCs out of there. Now, how many NPCs are there? Like, what makes Michael Myers win the match in multiplayer? That's another great question. What makes Michael Myers win the match? Because the objective is to find, stalk, kill before Halloween ends. So it's, how many NPCs are there? How many do we have to kill? Do we have to kill all NPCs? Is there a certain number or goal? Are we able to only kill a certain amount to clarify it as a win? Or do we have to kill all of them? I can't see that we have to kill all of them if we have players being 4 heroes going in and trying to take the NPCs out of there and then defending them by taking down Myers, knocking them down and stuff. So, and if one NPC escapes or whatever that gameplay mechanic is, do we lose? Or, do we still continue to kill the others? I would assume we still attempt to kill the other NPCs while other NPCs have escaped or whatever. So it's an interesting gameplay mechanic that hopefully we get to dive more into later on, when hopefully maybe next month we'll get to know more about that. But that's another interesting question to go over, another interesting topic, because it's definitely different now. It's not like before with like Friday the 13th, for example, where you play as Jason, your primary objective is to kill the survivors. That's it. Halloween, the game, is different. That's not the objective. The objective is go after these NPCs before Halloween night ends. So there is a timer, and I don't know how many can we kill to clarify it as a win. Let me know what y'all think on that one too. But yeah, that's about it. So there we have it. Halloween, the first official gameplay trailer, man. That's absolutely incredible. And we have an official release date, September 8th, 2026. So less than a year from now, we're gonna have Halloween the game. Hopefully we're gonna have an open and closed beta to play before September 8th, because we just saw our first hand gameplay trailer and an official release date, and we have still a year away to go. That's a while. That's a long time for us to hold our breath for, that we have a whole year away. That's gonna eat me up. It's gonna kill me. It's gonna kill us, dude. Us fans cannot wait any longer. This is insane. I'm super excited for this. I'm gonna be full on going hard into this game. I know I'm gonna have a blast with it. This already looks absolutely amazing. Let me know what y'all think. Are you hyped for this? Are you excited for this? Is this something you're looking forward to? Does this look like a win for you, a big W? Are they cooking? Are we back with Elphonic? Do you think you're gonna give yourself a chance with this game? Or are you still having, damaged wounds from, what happened before with, the unfortunate shutdown with Friday the 13th and the unfortunate let go of TCM? Let me know what y'all think in the comments below. Definitely leave a comment, let me know. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, definitely subscribe. It's free. Slash a like. We're going to be going over a lot more details on this in the days to come, the weeks to come, the months to come. It's going to be an exciting time for all of us Halloween and horror fans. And until next time, keep your doors locked and leave the lights on. This is the Slasher Report, and I bid you farewell.